city? A whole city that's floating in the air! Upside down? Just look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something? Wait, what was it again? Yes, that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order. Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Oh?
The feeling is mutual.
Long time no see, Dane. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before. I understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation. That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kinda similar to how teleport waypoints work.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone, back in the ruins known as Storm Terror's lair.
Oh yeah, about that! Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe place. You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands. Huh. So that title stuck in your memory. I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Kanria, but it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards, when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand. I believe my reluctance to raise it in conversation is quite justified.
Sounds like your sister was right.
We were travel partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together. Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall. Let's take a look. Ah.
Whirling snow!
Diana Special!
Snatch them! Everybody stand back!
Cascade! Oh, so you collect these? Be still. All yours, should you have any use for them.
Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light. My apologies. Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
Can't handle your drink. Huh.
Mind the deluge.
I'm going in! Take flight! Adventures! Let's light it up!
Shake it and stir it.
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
Be still.
Look at you, Foodhound.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Company, fall in! my lead! Cascade! Yes. Very nice. Let's distribute these among our forces. Follow my lead. The tide of battle is in our favor.
Everybody stand back! Huh?
Be still. Steps beckon.
Yeah! I'm going in! Yeah! Yeah! Embrace the ice! Let's light it up! No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Off we go!
Charge!
Take flight! I want to help.
Right. Cascade.
Everybody stand back! Ha! Whirling snow! Let's light it up! Off we go! Animal test 60... Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork!
Kamisato Art. Suiyu!
My apologies! Ha! Sakura Swirl!
Be still. Oh, so you collect these? Oh, so you collect these? Oh, so you collect these? All yours, should you have any use for them.
Absorption test.
Cascade!
Everybody stand back! Swirl, mark chip! Adventure tip, let's light it up!
Be still!
Animal test 6308. Absorption.
The depths beckon.
So rude. Animal test 6301. Absorption test. Embrace the ice.
Upon you.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Huh?
Shall set you free. Grace be upon you.
Cascade. And me.
Shall set you free. Hear the inferno call. Hear ye.
Animal test 6301.
Joy. Grace be upon you.
Whirling snub. So rude. Teamwork is dreamwork.
And hope finds you.
Be still.
Absorption test. My apologies.
Cascade.
Don't worry, I got this. Everybody stand back!
Mind the deluge.
Take flight! Adventure time! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Off we go. Off we go. Let's go find some treasure. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? we go! Whirling snow! Huh? Stand clear! Absorption test! Huh? Ow! Enhanced animal mod... Teamwork is dreamwork!
Be still.
My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! More companions! Hooray! Up and away! Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here? Let the wind lead. Let's light it up!
Be still.
The essence of the Ame-no-Ma art is to have the patience to move mountains.
How can I improve my colors?
That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him. Be careful not to get seen.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious. The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady... Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryo Commission members as you...
Isn't this a little excessive?
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard.
I understand. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. I must tell Master right away.
he ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kangjo Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like...
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this situation. In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before they give up and surrender. This is not my first time. Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted? Paimon too! Well, let's go to Rito again in 2 days.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only though...
Let's take shelter for the time being. Don't worry, one of my people will be here with umbrellas momentarily.
These people from the Tenryo Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi.
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want to be honest. Hadby has.
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might.
Oh, right.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we apologize. It was not our... We promise our presence here will not... If this stalemate continue...
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do?
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of preparation is coming. If Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiragi.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But...
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there.
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. I never would have thought that... I'm sorry. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. I used to tell myself things like this to avoid... I didn't feel reassured at all. I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You... Wait, you're the ones who... What do you think you're doing here? Are you
Calm down. They're my friends.
Friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Kanjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival, the present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato! You handled that well!
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give... Yes! Well, let's wait and see what happens. I hope that...
We had a serious discussion and reflect. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of this. I'm so sorry. Would you please give us a second chance? For my I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryou will head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person. Without you, we have no other way.
Let's go and see.
By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me. Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryou Commission has now occupied... I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions. And I realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurdity.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir Kujo once more?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. What do you plan to do about this? To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency.
We will take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge misunderstanding. We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact. Everything we can.
Master, but the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujo and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi and the inhabitants of Rito are innocent. If we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to, but they can also become irritating if they don't know when to stop. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence them for good.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change his mind.
I understand. Thank you for your help, Yashiro Commissioner.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjo Commission.
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi. I have something to tell you. Would you mind?
Oh? Why, of course. Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. I did as I should. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and share...
Oh, please. I'd love to hear it.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago, and restore our reputation. My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Ashiro Commission. Behind the scenes, things became very unstable. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but burdens, hindering the ambitions of others. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the Kanjo Commission is now.
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns and attempts to exploit me. I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive this storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life depending on someone else. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to handle the situation facing me.
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently is because he's prepared for anything.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one he faced back then. When his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and challenged the almighty Shogun. And now... it is time for me to make a stand and become my own person.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want to live the rest of your life. It might not sound but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit of true happiness.
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiragi clan. I'll think about marriage again after everything is more settled. This puts less pressure on Kamachi, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or dependent on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead, I will come to congratulate you once more.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for everything you have shared with me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to deal with back home.
Take care, Lady Hiragi. I'm confident that on your return, you will find your Kanjo Commission associates most receptive to your instruction.
Yes, in fact, my recent experience suggests the same.
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy in his execution. This outcome is entirely within my expectation.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with a plan that cunning in a whole lifetime. Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that Chisato has decided to set the Hiragi clan straight.
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself. Well, the fact is that I am first and foremost the Yashiro Commissioner. Perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. But for me, nothing matters more than the stability of Inazuma. A stable nation is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then can the Kamisato clan and the other Yashiro Commission clans have a peaceful existence. But human desire will always be a factor in the equation. This is not the first situation of its kind, nor will it be the last. All I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. A balance of power leaving no room for maneuver achieves the same end. Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard. Dealing with the Hiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar one.
There were so many things at play over this one wedding! Wait a second! You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiragi Chisato was entirely sincere. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest of your life. I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she was getting into. Now, she has the chance to become her own person. Let's see who she becomes.
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up with a glass of very peculiar tasting milk.
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Oh! My lord?
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure he's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had he and his companion not been present. It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly performing your job to perfection.
Naturally. Yes. Now that we're both free, let's finish off that game of chess we started a few days ago.
Hi, Catherine. We heard that you have a new commission for us.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted a designated commission for the two of you.
A designated commission?
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous.
Yay! A festival! Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended a festival in Inazuma for a while!
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. We better go to Grand Narukami Shrine and see what she needs us to do.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka.
Oh, well that's convenient.
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Lord Tanya and Kuroda, how are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yai Publishing House were back.
Very good.
We have already received word from Apekusu and Sailing Breeze.
Well done. And what about you, Onodera? Ahem. Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady Yai. Everything is ready for the new...
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. And besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest.
Yes, Lady Yai. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We are running out of time, so let's get moving. Hello, little ones. I take it you have received my commission,
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the Grand Narukami Shrine? You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us, were you? If so, then you can forget it! Paimon won't accept such a commission!
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival, yet you say I'm not doing my job. Let me ask you, little ones, whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given?
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, Legend has it that there were 5 poets in ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the shogun for review. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the 5 kasen. The Iridori Festival was also developed as a result to show appreciation for their works, which so greatly enriched our lives.
Sounds like a festival that's really rooted in culture.
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people have gradually forgotten about the 5 kasen and the festival. Which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridori Festival by holding a cultural convention featuring light novels.
But wait a minute! Light novels?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage, but nowadays the entertainment format of choice is light novels. The important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to come up with anything fresh if you're stuck using some rigid format of the past. Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the current Inazuma? And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to all Teyvat through light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was nearly carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko! You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interest.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here. Well, what do you say? Aren't you two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
maybe a little. Oh, alright, Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new perspective on the festival. There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks. During the Iridori Festival, the area around the Outlander Affair, once things are in full swing, not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, this small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the Five Kasen Plaza during the festival.
Wow. Miko, what are these blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Yes, those are...
Ah, Lady I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
Oh, it's Ayato!
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Ai has poured her heart and soul into the preparations, I'm obliged to be equally dedicated.
Come now, Ayato. We're not strangers here. We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks.
Certainly. This Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival, therefore, the Yashiro Commission has For example, the artists we have in the Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma, which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Tevat to serve. I knew you would catch on. This arrival schedule includes the details of the ships.
It's settled then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now. During the festival, most of the Yae Publishing House's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's take a closer look and be sure to pick up the passenger.
Crowdsourcing competition is now underway.
Onwards. We have work.
According to the arrival schedule, there will be a ship arriving. The artist for the 5 Kasim portraits should be on board. Hello! You must be here to take part in the Iridori Festival. We're the festival...
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt. Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, strange. Huh? Why's that? Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over Mondstadt, if he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of be shameless of him too.
Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon!
It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival?
No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation. But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Kasen!
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma. Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is?
Yeah, the International Trade Association is...
Great. Let's get going then.
Day after day.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Slow down, Klee. Telling Klee. As a result, she could hardly... Strange. It seems that, well...
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly.
So when do the
According to...
The day after tomorrow? And you're already...
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, just last month, I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived.
Paimon isn't sure...
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference.
Oh, right! Who knows? Maybe...
Alright, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while now.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
To request a fanfic.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special leave. Kuroda and...
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this...
Well,
sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry.
I'm looking for the editorial director.
Miss...
Oh, hold on. Excuse me. But you must be Calc.
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must... I do apologize, but please, make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association.
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can...
Excuse me, but... Is there something wrong with the lead?
Huh? How did...
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hiroyama needed to send me some supporting... To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, after considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me...
Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious Outlander. The Tenryou Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting.
What? The books are missing?
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival.
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse.
I see. It would be a great misfortune if a Legend of Sword would not. If Mr. Hirayama has gone to the warehouse at the dock.
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jay.
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing.
To request a fanfiction booth, please apply here.
It's you!
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou Commission, of course.
No, Sarah! Paimon wasn't talking about you! So, Tone Deaf Bard. The suspicious Outlander in the warehouse with...
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious Outlander is... indeed me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft.
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze. If it would help shed...
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Ouch! Your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again... You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding.
Similar means?
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally. Right.
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryou Commission general glaring at me from atop the crate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now. First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third, I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryou Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Sara's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How could you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. So I kept it in my hand the whole trip. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
There goes Sara. All right, let's...
Mr. Hiroyama, I'm Calx. We have...
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. These are the materials regarding...
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected, though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 costs, but at the very least...
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent, yes.
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as... Though Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story, so all you need to do is follow through with what's in...
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hiroyama. No need to worry.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving and whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Yae Publishing House will do its best to ensure that the You have my gratitude. I'll be going then.
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do here. Let's go. Venti! What are you doing over there?
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment? There's something peculiar that I think you should see.
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I discovered this paper in the cargo crate where I was sleeping. I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper that had fallen into the cargo. But on second thought, I think it's worth having you take a look at what's written on it.
Let me see. Suiko chapter. Wait a minute. Isn't Suiko the name of one of the 5 Kasen?
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the shogun get stolen. This story sounds familiar to my ear.
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just experienced yesterday!
Oh, indeed it is. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be, but why leave the paper here in such a fashion?
Alright, let's not get ahead. Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion.
Hey! You just sobered up! And let's not forget that I'll be...
No, it's fine. Let's all go for a drink together.
Wait a minute! What about your portrait?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly once I'm inspired. And now, if I use a model as reference for the piece, we must pay him back with the appropriate recompense.
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes. One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is particularly striking. Even though I'm sound asleep in the portrait, I still appear as glorious as always.
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone Deaf Bard. You were just a model. The person in the artwork isn't actually you. Well, Albedo, who will be your next portrait?
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen. According to the reference materials I was given,
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
it certainly is a possibility. Also, for example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary It appears that throughout all the stories...
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the old saying in Mondstadt. So for now, we...
The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks. You know that Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say anything about the stolen novels. You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides, and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild, the inventor of theater mechanics. We heard that they'd be demonstrating—
Oh, speaking of which—
Master, he's,
Whoa! Shincho's just sitting there.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well?
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up. Yes, now that we've arrived. Huh? That's odd. There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't—
Ooh, let Paimon have a look! Oh, there's no—
The story you found before?
Oh, yeah! In the warehouse down by Yeah, that's it! A friend of ours is on Rito to pay. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours—
Wait a moment. So you mean that—
Hey! It's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Calx in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah! You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival just a few days later. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx—
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations—
So you've already— To be honest, Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries— But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even— Oh my! I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart. Quickly now.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shinjo.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you?
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. Forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be...
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the... Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Shinjo act this awkward before.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition.
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the 5 Kasen?
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I understand the story now.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself.
If all of you are free, why don't...
Well...
Do you have other plans, Shinjo?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi...
Shimura's? Unfortunately, today is a bit windy.
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together.
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler.
Huh? Shinjo's suspicious. Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Shincho on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Shincho himself? No way! That can't be right! Shincho only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Shincho had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chazuke? Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Shincho has already been in Inazuma for some time, and that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Shincho be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Shincho in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shinjo be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter. Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant. I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
This whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous.
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to since we're still waiting for him. Why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
Water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to.
That's right! A signed first edition is going to become quite the...
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about...
He'll be there in person on the day of the release.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Xingqiu be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat? Albedo, what should we talk about when
If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Xingqiu mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time.
Is that so?
There has been so many lively young customers recently. Hello there.
Hi! Do you have any special recommendations?
Why, of course.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has.
Oh.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Xingqiu and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, however, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took—
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far. Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
While it is entertaining to read novels, writing one is an endeavor of its own. You must give great thought to every detail. And even when you have come up with interesting content, there's still no guarantee that it will be to your liking.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or studying alchemy, seldom can you really feel joy after seriously delving into the work.
Xingqiu and Albedo are getting into some deep topics now, but nothing suspicious has come up.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations.
Thank you. However, I took some light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like. Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden? Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that—
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy.
Well...
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry,
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this.
Oh! Well, if this isn't a coincidence.
Huh? Tone-deaf bard.
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wine.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly—
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword.
Huh? The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended, was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name, but—
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Please, wait! Onodera is innocent!
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here.
Xingqiu looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on?
Though it's most embarrassing. In the end, I'm the—
No, Zhenyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yae publishing house, however, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so—
Even though such an event will be difficult for Zhenyu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, So these past few days, Zhenyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, so I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Zhenyu could use these few— I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone— To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Zhenyu in my house these
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my priors. At a previous event, the Yae publishing house had requested autographs of authors. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and— But looking back on it now—
Hey, come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Xingqiu and—
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the—
Yes, I understand.
We should probably be heading back.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all. Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
Onwards! We have work to do.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all. Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
I just absolutely love this fan novel. Check out our fairy tale picture book.
Onodera, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but... Why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures.
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder.
I understand. Murata, go back to the
Yes, Mr. Hirayama?
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Xingqiu still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kassen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Xingqiu yet.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
Your personal safety at all times.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Onwards. We have work to do.
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Xingqiu's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? He's a friend of ours and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound? it was just it's getting late now. Let's...
Kamisato Aki. Suiyu!
I'm going in!
Take flight!
Cascade!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Whirling snow!
Cut down. Like this.
Embrace the ice! My apologies! Whirling snow! I'm going in!
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Welcome home, almighty Shogun.
Festivals always attract so many people. So, what's the point of this?
I'm not used to it at all.
Let's get down to business.
Another test subject.
Mind the damage.
I swear by my sword!
My apologies! Sakura Swirl! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it! Whirling snow!
This battle.
Be still. Kamisato Ari. Suiyu!
Everybody stand back! My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Barbados, guide us.
Whirling snow!
Cascade.
Sakura Swirl! Teamwork is dreamwork!
The depths beckon.
My apologies. Yeah.
There's more! Through the ferry. Oh my god. No.
Cascade.
There's more! It's my lucky day!
I'm going in!
Outcast!
I may have overestimated it.
A little taste.
Take flight!
I got jealous.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Let's get down to business.
Sometsu! Let's light it up!
Barry.
we go! Adventure time!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Cascade.
I'm going in! Go as one! Where are you?
Mind the deluge.
Whirling snow! Yeah!
Wind, hear me!
Mercy!
Off we go! Take flight!
Out of my sight! Yeah! Sakura swirl!
Everybody stand back!
Be still.
Disgusting. That tingle?
Kamisato Ake. Suiyu.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Cascade. Now this. Hyper-carry.
My apologies!
Like this.
Take flight!
Let's get down to business!
Kamisato art!
Salute! Everybody stand back!
This battle.
snow!
Today is a lucky day.
Take flight!
Let's get down to business.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
What's one more part? To the ferry? No. Like this.
Whirling snow!
Finally, No. Let me try.
Sakura swirl!
Be still.
Take this.
Mind the deluge.
I swear by my sword! Take flight! I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Cut down. Like this.
Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go! Yeah. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Whirling snow! Today is a lucky day.
Depth beckon.
I'm going in!
Take flight! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Barbados! Guide us!
Go as
Oh, so you collect these?
well.